Hello, everybody. I'm Nino Gandulla. I'm the National Ambassador for Ojo de Tigre Mezcal. And first of all, thank you so much again for this award. Without the bartenders, this brand would not be growing as it is, and especially a category like Mezcal. Ojo de Tigre was actually founded in 2019 in Mexico City. It started actually as a really non-traditional kind of modern take on Mezcal. We were the first to really blend two terroirs and two agaves into this liquid. We are 100% artisanal and made in small batches using processes that are inspired by tradition and the origin of the category and spirit. As I mentioned, the heart of our spirit is not just one, but a unique blend of two agaves from two different regions. And all of our agaves are cultivated. This diversity of options and the agaves and the processes that they go through really just come with a unique blend that create a unique flavor profile that's super approachable for those that are maybe starting in the category. But it also brings a lot of value and flavor with the agaves that are blended for those that maybe are more connoisseurs of the category. We have two agaves, like I mentioned. We have our Espadin coming from Oaxaca. It takes about 7 to 8 years to harvest and cultivate this agave. We take the agave hearts and we cook them in an underground pit for about 4 to 5 days out in Oaxaca. Then we use a large stone wheel called a taona to really just grind all of the piñas. We'll ferment this in open wood and air vats for about a week. And then we will double distill in copper pots and take this liquid out to Puebla, where we actually have our all of our facilities for bottling and our distillery. There we actually cultivate and harvest Tobala, which is the other agave that is part of the blend. This agave takes about 10 to 12 years to be ready or mature for us to use. And we will, again, use these hearts in a very traditional style, cook them in an underground oven for about 4 to 5 days. These are actually crushed with these like state-of-the-art shredders that we have, kind of look like a lawnmower. This doesn't imply any flavor. It's just this is a more dense agave, and we want to have more pretty much surface to be able to get that fermentation going. The fermentation for this agave actually takes double the time than the Espadin for about 14 days, and then double distilled. And then we do a blend of these two liquids out in Puebla, where we actually end up hand bottling and doing all of the processes for the beautiful packaging that we have. Ojo de Tigre is actually, the name is inspired in a semi-precious stone that universally is known and recognized as an amulet of good fortune. And the bottle that you see here is a unique and iconic and inspired in the anforitas or small flask that people used to carry in their pockets, and they would share whatever they were carrying in those amphoras in the good and in the bad times. So our bottle is also meant and inspired to be also reused after that liquid is gone. Bartenders can do great infusions, batch cocktails, you even use it as watercraft, whatever their imagination can dream of on that aspect. The flavors are super approachable. We are a mezcal that can really try to include everybody that might be wondering but might feel a little intimidated sometimes by mezcal. So we do have a little bit of that smokiness that is very distinctive of the category, but we do get also a lot of fruity flavors like green apples, citrus, followed by notes of that cooked agave and a little bit of herbality from the blend of the two agaves. Some of the cocktails I recommend normally with this, obviously having a neat serve with some great pineapple or watermelon and maybe some warm salt or coconut might be great ways to have it if you just want to sip on it traditionally on its own. But also try it, switching it out in some of your favorite cocktails like a paloma, take it from tequila to mezcal, maybe a Moscow mule, making it a Mexican mule or a tiger lily, as I like to call it, maybe switching out a couple of those ingredients. But really being playful. It's a mezcal that's meant to be used also in cocktails, not necessarily just drank neat. So it's very exciting. We want everybody to try it. So we have various sizes starting at 50 ml. We have a 200 ml, a 750, and a liter for those that maybe at their bars really want to use it as a mezcal. The price ranges from about $30-$35 depending on the state and the size. Obviously, if you're doing a 750 or a liter, But yeah, we started it off with Casa Lumbres being the makers, and now Pernod Ricard has acquired us. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or any of your Pernod Ricard representatives in your market.